Welcome back to Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. Vernon, what's up?
Werner, care to explain what is going on here?
On nights like these, it's not unusual for some attendees to get a little exuberant. It's part of the appeal. Unfortunately, it appears things have gotten out of hand. Yes, some are more prone to bend the rules of morality.
That's murder. I doubt there's anything left to bend. Why did you not tell me immediately? We were chatting about trivial matters for some time.
If I'm completely honest, Sherlock, I've consumed a rather potent cocktail of substances. My attention slips and drifts. But I'm glad I thought to call for you.
You sent me a disguise.
Oh dear, did I? Well, since I found the body, Mr. Manchios has agreed that you can investigate the matter. I promise my mind will behave itself going forward.
Don't believe
Right.
you.
And pull yourself together, Werner.
We have a lot to talk about. About the optional one first.
What is it about these nights that you were so eager to share with me?
Well, they're not always in the evenings, but they are in the shadows. People gather to test their boundaries in a safe and consensual atmosphere. Often with more stains than your typical crime scene. But that is the point. Who are we to judge?
I'll
Suppose that's
judge.
fair. What about today, then? Was anything different?
Well, I was invited as a special guest. It was supposed to be a time of both divine and carnal pleasures. A scratch for every unconventional itch.
I imagine you're reeling from your shattered expectations.
On the contrary, there is still spectacle, stimulation, and release, merely in a different form. I like to let life entertain me.
Or death.
Alright. Well, let's ask about the body.
How did you discover the body? In between guzzles of alcohol?
I was set to perform in a fecundity rite with Fabio, and came to inquire further. It was a staged ritual where he was to play the principle of life.
And the rehearsal was unsuccessful?
Who knows? I found him alone on the altar, his blood dripping to the floor.
And then?
Then I called Mr. Manchios. He was panicking, so I told him about you. We left the room and locked the door. Then we were
Filling time?
waiting for you was stressful. We indulged in some simple comforts. Overindulged, perhaps.
Did you know him?
Were you well acquainted with Fabio, the victim?
Everyone knew Fabio, or wanted to. His beauty was the talk of the island. Too handsome to go unnoticed. He was magnetic. Fat wallets fought for the privilege of having him. He offered the pleasures of performance, and more.
Okay.
When you discovered the body, was the door open?
No, it was locked. Oh, that reminds me. It's a minor detail, but the first time I came to speak to Fabio, I left without entering, having been unable to open the door.
You didn't have the key?
No, I had it. Don't look at me like that. I was mostly sober. I suspect there was a key in the other side of the door, blocking the lock.
That detail may very well be major, Werner. Well done. So you returned later only to find the lock was not blocked?
Correct. After an hour had passed, I tried again and was able to unlock the door. That's when I discovered poor, handsome Fabio.
Who is the... I guess we should probably... Yeah, we should lead with the, police.
The police remain unaware of this tragic event?
Some of them may be hiding behind their masks. They conceal many things. But we didn't want the authorities to create more problems. Besides, after a few cocktails, their incompetence will have soared to new heights.
How do you know I even want the case?
I promised you relaxation. If there's one thing I know about you, Sherlock, it's that nothing soothes you more than a good mystery.
I mean, fair.
What about the fertility ritual? There was something about Fabio being a principle of life.
Fabio was supposed to portray the beauty of life's origin. Flowers, oil... Not this travesty that seems straight out of the Inquisition.
So this ritual is not the fertility rite. What was it meant to look like?
It begins with a woman lying naked in a flower bed on the altar. She represents Gaia, the earth. As I cover her in oils, we chant for the principle. As our calls reach a climax, Fabio enters and copulates with her. After he finishes, I stab her with a dagger. That part's just pretend, of course.
But the intercourse is not?
I did not expect you to be such a prude. Are you a virgin? It is nothing to be ashamed of, but it would explain the color of your cheeks. The fertility rite marks the start of our festivities. The principle of life is beautiful, intimate, essential. It must not be stopped.
Yet it appears that someone did stop it. What about the naked woman? Can you tell me anything about her?
Oh yes, Matista. She's one of Fabio's compatriots and a performer too. I haven't seen her today, actually.
Alright, last thing.
Mr. Manchios is the owner of the manor, yes?
And the host of Cordona's most memorable parties. He promises even the ugliest guest a partner for the night. And for the ones with more unconventional tastes, Mr. Manchios provides other services.
What a caring person.
Sounds
You cannot
awful.
begin to imagine.
Okay. Can I leave? I would love to leave and never return, although the map says, ugh. There's stuff to investigate, so... Alright, what did I miss? One pot. Not that.
This oil has a slight aroma of flowers and olive.
Okay. And there's this.
The herbs here are Salvia divinorum. They have a slight hallucinogenic effect to emphasize the ceremony.
Sure, whatever. What else do we have? Anything in here? Actually, I'm fairly certain we're done in there. In here, if there's anything. I don't really see. Oops. Oh, I was wondering if the wardrobe hid any secrets.
Similar to the guests' robes, apart from the bloodstains.
Alright, now we've seen that. There's still something. Aha! What have we here?
The pitcher is empty, but with puddles around it.
It was used recently. What, the sink?
Blood clots are adhered to the sides of the drain.
Interesting.
So, Sherry, do you have any ideas about the case?
Perhaps. I think I can deduce what happened here.
Alright. So. Wait, did I actually do John's bet yet? Okay. Let me just double check that. I guess I can check in here. Is the bet done? Cool. Just want to make sure, because that's a missable trophy. Alright. Well, time's come to do... That was weird. The thing. Watch us work. Wait up. I was in the water. That's gonna haunt me forever. Okay. Well, the time's come to assemble this. Let's start with the door. Oh, excuse me. I think my sound card is dying on my machine or some weird nonsense because, I don't think it was that. I think it started... Well, it's hard to say. We'll put it at stab for now. Because I think maybe he got knocked out over here. Reaching for something. That doesn't look right. Okay, and then this. It was not that, because if he stabbed him over there, then it's hit on the head here. In this room. That or... I feel like that makes more sense, and then hit them in here. Not you. Alright, let's see what it says.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Okay. Oh, I think I know what's wrong. I'm gonna guess it's... Yeah! Now that I think about it, why did I think that was the answer? Okay.
The bottle was used as a weapon during a scuffle in the smoking lounge. Then, to ensure no one would interrupt, the murderer locked the door. The unconscious body of the victim was moved to the altar room. Once the body was on the altar, the murderer thrust the dagger into the victim's heart. Symbols were drawn with the blood. The wardrobe was used to hide the bloody robe from anyone's eyes.
Didn't do a good
The
job.
killer washed himself and took a clean robe from the hanger before leaving.
Are you alright? You're on the floor, not moving.
I think I know what happened here.
Indeed. And I just want to... Why are you Let me just make sure I don't have to talk to you for
I'm
anything.
starting to put the pieces together.
Fabio was stabbed.
I see nothing gets past you, Werner. Yes, he was stabbed, but only after being knocked out in the next room and placed here. I do not yet know why.
So, who's responsible?
Well, it was one person working alone, and the murderer has now donned a robe. He or she could be hiding in plain sight. We have lost time, Werner, but your discretion may prove to be a benediction after all.
Okay. Well, it's time to do the Mind Palace for the first time in 10,000 years. Okay. Go ahead and just put as much of this together as we can. Kill the ritual murder. I'm gonna go with that for now. Murder at a key to the altar room. And that's for nothing. We go to the case book. Ah. So now we need to talk. With the key!
The murderer had to have access to this room. After the crime, he used his own key to lock the door. So, who had the key to the altar room?
I'm not sure. As a special guest, I was provided one by Mr. Manchios. He should be able to tell you of any others.
Where can I find him?
Most likely in the main hall, entertaining his guests. He has a mask with golden stars. You can't miss him. But please be discreet. We don't want to risk disturbing the revelry.
I would like to not be discreet. Okay. Well, let's find this man. You?
I've worked up an appetite
Nope.
since the last party.
Okay. You? Hard to tell.
Kurt Manchios, I presume. I'm Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, you must be the one Werner told me about. What a sweet voice you have. It must belong to a handsome young man. Can I call you Sherlock?
As you wish, Mr. Manchios. Mr. Vogel asked me to help you. The body in the altar room requires answers, and quickly. I suspect the murderer to still be here.
What? Lower your voice. I don't want anyone to hear us.
Okay. Well, let's talk about this.
Did you know Fabio well?
People are starting to look at us, Sherlock. Change the subject. I can't believe what happened to him. To me. Such an atrocity. Think what it means for me. A wonderful evening for so many good, influential, and rich people has been ruined. I have betrayed all my promises of exotic delights.
I don't understand. Surely a murder would affect your reputation to a greater extent.
Please, isn't this why you are here? I thought you were a silent magician. Do your tricks and make it go away.
We don't make it go away. We solve the mystery, and I highly doubt there's any good people here, just saying. I would say, although Vernon's here, but Vernon's weird.
I need to find all those who had the key to the altar room. As far as I know, Mr. Vogel, Fabio, and you had access to it. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes. Also, Matista and Santos.
Santos? Who is that?
Santos Pinchetti, my major domo. In his opinion, at least.
Alright, where are they?
I'd like to speak to Mr. Pinchetti and Matista. Do you have somewhere I might have a private conversation with them?
Of course, of course. Let me think. Matista is entertaining the guests somewhere, and Santos... Oh, yes. He will be busy with the servants. Or the cook. What's that noise? What's going on? Freeze, filth! You're under arrest.
You committed a crime, and now I have to free you, kiss your hand, and apologize for the inconvenience. You're great.
I did tell you that Mr. Vogel and I were innocent. I emphasized it in my statement.
Your statement? Thanks to some bigwigs who work for the so-called good of the country by releasing fleas like you. Thank God we have Vogel in his letter. Once I get to that goldfish, I'll...
Bigwig. Oh, my wretched brother Mycroft and his long nose.
Wait, did you say Mycroft? Mycroft Holmes? Are you the youngest son of Violet Holmes, rest her soul?
You knew her?
You knew my mother?
Not personally, no. Not exactly. I was working on the paperwork for that case.
Would you happen to remember anything of the events?
Well, I didn't make the inquiry, but I remember seeing some notes. Why?
Ooh, what do we pick? But, interesting options. Okay. I'm gonna just... Negotiate sounds shady, so I'm gonna, you know...
You must help me. It would mean a great deal to me if you could find any information about that day.
Huh. Got you hooked, right? You know what? Stark and the others think they're the smartest here, thanks to you. Let me get this straight. Are you listening to me, lad?
I'm all ears.
Take this case. Report to me only, to Constable Harvey Oswald. I'll leave everything I have on this table. Find the murderer. Be a real copper. Question the suspects, make them sing, give me something substantial.
And if Mr. Vogel is not a suspect?
If he's innocent, then you can take your favourite degenerate away from here. If you slip or mess with the evidence, then trust me, your brother won't save you from my bludgeon. Meanwhile, I'll be checking the archive for you. If anybody asks, then you're a consulting detective.
Let's make a start then. Partner.
I wonder if he liked being called partner.
I'm glad we managed to get the scoop before the raid.
And we found all the evidence, too. Why are you in the interrogation chair, John? Well, actually, first things first. I want to get out of this wretched... Never mind, I can't change clothes here. Okay. Arrested suspects. Yep. Cool. Sherlock Holmes. Okay. Yep, it was an evil party. And then the partner. Ooh, and keys. I want the keys. Keys. Give me the keys. Give me the key. Why is it so picky about where I can pick up the keys from?
Solve the case.
Okay. Police paperwork. Permission to inspect all evidence. We really need that. And I guess this letter. I am witness to reports of suspicious of murder at blah 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 blah. Cool. Mind Palace is ready to go. I wanted to talk to you though.
I can't go back to prison.
Don't worry, you won't. Okay, so what is in here that can be paired? Nothing? Aha. Noted. Anything else works? Doesn't look like it. Goes this way. Nothing really changes. So let's go ahead and go to the casebook, and there's a lot of ground to cover. Talking to people. It's really just a lot of talking, and then... Yep. Okay.
Look, I found Werner.
Just across the street? Nope. Aha! All the way down here.
Werner, are you all right?
Oh, yes. Everything's fine. In fact, it's something of a family reunion. My brother spent quite some time in this place himself.
You have a
not be
brother?
here. I told the police everything I knew, but they refused to let you go. They require proof to free you.
Ha! What did you expect? The mighty Sherlock Holmes swans in, tells the officers what to think, and the world obeys?
Of course not. Anyway, I struck a deal with the constable, and I've got a free hand in the investigation. I find proof to solve the case for him. He obtains files about my mother's death for me.
Well done. If one has the power or will and can act, then one must. I wonder, suppose you couldn't get the proof to your truth. Would you tell a lie to the guard that enabled my freedom, knowing my innocence? Would that not be just?
I wouldn't lie.
There are lines I will not cross, Werner. I will do my best to secure your release, but with proof, not deception.
Really? How many white lies have you told on this island? Why not for me? Why not another?
That is absurd. I can resolve this without compromises. Do not give up hope.
Alright, well,
I'm not supposed to know anything about this.
I guess I should probably
can't
looked at
follow
what
you
needs
here.
to be talked to Vernon about this, but
I'm not
whatever.
supposed to know anything about this. I can't follow you here. I can't follow you here.
You can,
I'm not supposed
why
to know
can't you just say
anything
can't
about
follow
this.
you here to everything?
not
That's
supposed to
very
know anything
useful
about
for speeding things
I don't
up.
think I can tell you anything about this.
I have learned who told the police about the crime. It was Santos Pinchetti,
Do I know him?
the major domo of the manor. He cleans up after you.
Well, then he does his job perfectly. All but invisible. I couldn't tell you the first thing about him.
Oh, and that's it. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and leave. Get out of this miserable robe. And of course, there's still some party people here. So I'm gonna step outside, get out of this. And then go back inside and... Actually, do we even need to go back inside? I mean, we need to talk to people. But I don't think we can do that from here. Okay. Go ahead and just go back to... I like the consulting detective suit. Give him a nice top hat for a good measure. And I guess it's the makeup that's wrong. There we go. Back to normal. I actually changed my mind. No hat. Took a long way to get there. Okay. Now then. I suppose the first thing we could do is just go back to the mansion and investigate. Which, all the evidence there's been found. But I can't help but wonder... No, everyone's not just conveniently locked up, right? Because boy, would that be convenient. Alright. Of course, there's still... Alright, we can talk to you. Okay.
Have you considered Mr. Santos Pinchetti as a suspect?
The snitch? Have you seen him? I mean, my breath could knock him down. What's so special about him?
As a major domo, he has keys that open all the rooms, including the one to the crime scene. Could have testified only to circumvent suspicion, don't you think? We need to question him.
Right. I'll send our men to fetch him. Stay here.
Well, that'll be easy.
They brought him in, Mr. Holmes. Here's the key to interrogation room number 7. Mr. Pinchetti didn't even resist, our men said.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and talk to him. Said room 7, so... I don't know how these cells work by number, so I'm just gonna peek into each one and see which one is... I guess it's this one. Okay.
Good day, Mr. Manchios. I am Constable Oswald's partner in this investigation.
Be quick and gentle. Some of your colleagues are untrained boors. Although I don't mind meeting young officers. The new blood here.
If you cooperate in finding Fabio's murderer, there will be no need to meet with the Boers again.
That voice. Werner's friend? You're the policeman. What a disappointment.
Only an undercover agent can scour a ditch full of deviants. I am a consulting detective, although I'm capable of replacing the entire department through my consultations.
Sharp-tongued, I like it. May I presume this tongue will get us out of this trouble? I would be so indebted and glad to repay you.
Nothing's changed. I'm looking for the murderer. That's the only way to get us out of trouble.
But it shouldn't take much time, correct? We're all busy, after all.
I need to examine you first.
Ah. Well, let's see. We have that. We have this. Wash his hands in a hurry. You have very nice shoes. And... I guess... Rash. Okay. Oh, this is Kurt, eh? So Kurt... I remember correctly... hides his age.
You are a little over the top with your use of makeup, Mr. Manchios. Is it so difficult for you to acknowledge your age?
Well, Sherlock, that's easy for you to say to an old man when you look as though you are barely 15.
But still, it shouldn't be an issue for someone of your status.
For people of my age, it isn't an issue, no. But the younger ones can be so afraid of wrinkles and grey flecks. I have to adapt.
Such a methodical man who cares for his body but misses the soap under his fingernails. Are you so impatient, or perhaps even impulsive?
I wouldn't call myself that. Silly little details. If I missed it, it wasn't important. Or rather, it was less important than who or what I was focused on.
Ooh, there's a lot to talk about, and that's probably going to take us to our end of time for today.
What was Fabio like? His personality, his habits? Anything you can tell me?
He was the brightest star of my parties. Young, magnetic, and full of energy. I don't even want to mention his beauty. Otherwise, I'll be sobbing.
An expensive champion, I imagine.
His performances were flawless. He deserved his payment. Do you think he was murdered because of money?
Possibly. What about the other guests? Were they used to opening their wallets as well?
I wouldn't restrict my guests from anything. I'm sure Fabio received a few coins from others for his services.
Okay.
Mr. Vogel told me a little about your parties, but I would like to know more directly from you.
I'm all yours, Sherlock. You have me arrested and locked here with you alone.
So?
I'd like to know who you usually invite to your parties.
Free minds who are able to leave reality for an evening, who can taste forbidden fruit without prejudice. There is nothing that quite spices up life like these parties, assuming one is old enough and has worked many years for the good of one's country.
Oh, all true laborers, I see. Why did you invite Mr. Vogel as your special guest?
He's a pretty fellow. He's capable of surprising the public. He has a talent for saying words that no one else would wish to either say or hear.
I suppose I can't argue with that.
He is a free addition to the eccentricity of the party, which is fine by me, as long as it enhances my party.
Okay. Time to... I guess...
That's not something I know much about.
What do we need to talk about?
Do you have any idea who tipped off the police to raid your mansion, Mr. Manchios?
Of course. It was you. I could even say you Sherlocked me in here.
A good guess, but the wrong one. The fellow who did that was Mr. Pinchetti, your major domo.
What? Santos? But how could he even know? If he's not the murderer himself. The ungrateful swine. He has dared to besmirch my reputation.
Not a very eloquent choice of words.
What should I call him then, since he's a snitch? Make him talk, Sherlock. I'm quite certain he knows more about the murder than he has told the police.
Okay,
I've no idea about
No.
that. I've no idea about that. That's not something I know much about.
What's this?
You'd better
Nope.
ask someone else.
Okay.
That's not something I know much about.
I know it's not the scandals.
You bought an expensive pair of cufflinks for Fabio. Were they his price? Or were they a tip for an exclusive show?
It was pure business. Fabio escorted me a few times. I was merely showing my gratitude.
This pair cost a small fortune. You must be extremely grateful then. Tell me more.
You've thrust a knife in an exposed nerve, Sherlock. Yes, he was my protégé and my beacon also. With my experience and his beauty, we could have achieved anything. I had faith in him. I would have made him.
Okay. Well, I'm leaving. That's all I need to see of this wild case for today. Next time on Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1, we will continue to question the suspects here in the jail. See you guys then. I must apologize in advance. As soon as I saw the scene with the Nutcracker music, I had to add more Nutcracker music.